There is something happening in the way your dog looks at you that you have probably never stopped to name. You move through your home, you make your coffee, you sit down at the end of a long day, and your dog is there, nearby, watching. Your dog does not experience you the way you experience them. They do not place you in the category of human. They place you in a category that is older than language, older than domestication, older than anything either of you could fully understand. And once you see what that category actually is, you will not look at them the same way again. Begin with what researchers call secure attachment. It is a term that originated in the study of human infants, in the work of John Bowlby, who documented what happens inside a child when their primary caregiver is present versus absent. The caregiver is not simply a source of food or warmth. They are the biological anchor that makes the entire external world navigable. Remove the anchor, and the world becomes threatening. The discovery that shook the field of animal behavior was not that dogs form bonds. It was that the structure of those bonds maps almost perfectly onto the infant caregiver model. Your dog does not experience you as a friendly human. They experience you as a primary attachment figure. The first being their nervous system reaches for when the world becomes uncertain. The proof came from an experiment that was never designed for dogs at all. Building on Bowlby's work, psychologist Mary Ainsworth created a famous test called the strange situation. A mother and her small child enter an unfamiliar room. The child explores. A stranger enters. The mother leaves. The mother returns. Decades later, scientists ran the same test on dogs and their owners, and the results stopped them in their tracks. The dogs behaved almost exactly like the toddlers. With their owner in the room, they explored freely and played. The moment the owner left, exploration shut down. The dogs waited at the door in clear distress, and a friendly stranger could not fix it. When the owner returned, the dogs greeted them, made contact, settled, and only then went back to exploring the world. In attachment science, that exact pattern has a name. It is the signature E of a child with a parent, not a follower with a leader, not an animal with a food source, a child with the one figure their sense of safety is built around. Watch your dog in an ordinary moment, not during feeding, not during play. You are reading or simply present in the room, and your dog, from across that room, lifts their head and looks at you. They look because checking for you is something their brain does the way your brain checks your breathing. Automatically. Continuously. Scientists who study canine social behavior call this voluntary proximity monitoring. It is a pure information gathering glance. You are here. The anchor is present. The world remains navigable. And then they put their head back down. That glance is not random. Studies have confirmed it occurs at significantly higher rates with the person a dog is most bonded to than with anyone else in their environment, specifically and consistently with you. And that anchor does more than comfort your dog. It changes what they are capable of. In problem-solving studies, dogs were given a puzzle with food locked inside. When their owner was absent, most dogs gave up quickly. When their owner was simply present, not helping, not encouraging, just there, the dogs worked longer, tried harder, and succeeded more often. Researchers call this the secure base effect, and it is the same phenomenon psychologists observe in small children on a playground, who climb higher as long as they can glance back and see their parent watching. Your presence alone changes your dog's courage. That brief look your dog sends you before approaching something new is not obedience. It is a child checking that their safe place is still there. The biological category your dog has placed you in carries real physiological consequences. When you leave the house, measurable changes occur in your dog's body. Cortisol, the stress hormone, rises. Heart rate increases. Your dog scans, paces, returns repeatedly to the door you exited through. This is not separation anxiety in the clinical sense. This is the documented response of an attached animal to the temporary removal of their attachment figure. The same pattern occurs in human infants separated from their caregivers. And when dogs left alone were played a simple recording of their owner's voice, their stress levels dropped almost immediately. Not at any friendly human voice. At yours, specifically. Your dog holds the sound of you like an anchor through the empty hours. And the reversal, when you return, is just as measurable. Cortisol drops. Breathing slows. The body releases the tension it has been holding for however many hours you were gone. Your dog does not simply feel happy when you come back. Their entire physiological baseline resets. You are not just a person they like. You are the reference point their nervous system uses to define what normal feels like. Then scientists looked directly inside the dog's brain, and what they found there was you. Neuroscientist Gregory Burns trained dogs to lie completely still inside a brain scanner, fully awake, so researchers could watch their brains respond in real time. The dogs were given two kinds of rewards, sometimes a piece of hot dog, sometimes just praise from their owner. Watching the brain's reward center, the team found that nearly every dog responded to praise at least as strongly as to food, and many responded more strongly. When those same dogs were later given a real-world choice between a bowl of food and their owner, they walked past the bowl and chose their owner. Let that sit for a moment. We assumed for generations that dogs stay because we feed them. The scanner says otherwise. To your dog, you are not the path to the reward. You are the reward. What your dog reads from your face is just as precise. Eye tracking studies have confirmed that dogs scan human faces with the same left gaze bias humans use when reading each other, a pattern tied to processing emotional information. Your dog is reading your micro expressions, the tension at the corners of your eyes, the set of your mouth. If your face is settled, they settle. If your face carries tension, their arousal rises to match it. This was long considered uniquely human. It is not. Your dog arrived at it through accumulated experience with you, through every moment your face told them something true about whether the world was safe. Consider what your dog has built, not through training, but through time. Every morning you appeared and things were all right. Every evening you returned and their cortisol dropped back to baseline. Every strange sound that you did not react to became, through your stillness, a confirmed non-threat. Your dog has spent every day of their life with you running a continuous experiment with a consistent result. This person's presence means safety. This person's face carries accurate information. This person is the most reliable signal in my entire environment. Not the food bowl, not the house, not even the other people who live there. You. That conclusion is not sentiment. It is the outcome of thousands of data points collected across every ordinary hour you have shared. And the category they have placed you in, the category that sits above human, above owner, above the familiar stranger who gives them food, is something closer to what Bowlby described in his original work. You are their safe haven, the place their nervous system returns to when everything else becomes too much. The dog sitting across the room from you right now is not waiting for a command. They are not hoping for a treat. They are monitoring their attachment figure, understanding at a level deeper than thought that you are the axis around which their world turns. Every glance they send toward you is a check. Every lean they offer is a statement. Every exhale they release near you is the sound of a nervous system completing a recognition it has completed 1,000 times before. You are here. Everything is all right. The world is navigable again. Science has spent decades searching for the right word for what you are to them, and in the end it landed on the simplest one of all. You are home. They did not submit to you. They attached to you. And tomorrow morning, when they find your face first thing and their tail begins to move, understand what is actually happening. They are not greeting their owner. They are choosing their person, the way they have chosen you every single day since the moment they decided you were theirs.